Okay, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Luke Harper drops the title to Dolph Ziggler. And man, I hate to be the guy that does it, but people went nuts for this match, and I did not think it was that special. Probably one of the best matches of the night, but Dolph Ziggler beforehand made this big fucking deal about this is going to be the best thing he's ever done. You got to make sure you watch it. All the people afterward are like, that was one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen in my life, and all this. And, they took some hits, sure. And Luke Harper proved again that he's an agile motherfucker for somebody his size. And I still really like Dolph Ziggler as being one of the best people on the card, but I expected it to be a lot better. And as much as I do think that it was one of the better points of the night, the fact that we had this generic pre-show match and then this started it off, and it was the one match that I was looking forward to the most, and it just wasn't as good. From then on, I was just like, you know what, this is going to be a pain in the ass kind of pay-per-view, because you give me the match that I think is a guarantee to be fucking awesome. You start off, and I'm like, meh, where do we go from there, do you guys agree that it was amazing, or do you agree that it was not as great as other people were saying?
It was okay. It was good because the stuff after it, with the exception of the main event, was pretty lackluster and could have easily been on Raw. This felt slightly above that. Like this maybe could main event a Raw, but it wouldn't be something that I would see all the time. The kind of matchup they put on. With that being said, it's nothing on when you really analyze it to call home about. Um, I think it was a mistake to put the belt on Dolph Ziggler. I think Dolph Ziggler, they put it on him because right now he's the hottest, one of the hotter baby faces. But they clearly have no idea what to do with him if they think this is the best course for him, because giving him the belt does nothing for him. It does worse for Luke Harper. I honestly wish they'd have kept it on Luke Harper, because at least there's more variety and opportunity for him. It's just going to be another stopgap, and it's really it sucks that I have to say that about Dolph Ziggler, but it's become that point. He's got the IC belt again, so what? The matchup itself was okay. Like I said, it was a Raw main event quality, but I think it's the matchup that needed to happen, because given the level of quality the rest of the rest of the event was going to be, they needed to start hot, and this was the matchup to do it.
Now, Peyton, you've been beating the drum that Luke Harper is, the guy from the Wyatt family. Is this a
Hmm.
mistake that he is not the champion anymore?
No, they're trying to do something with Dolph Ziggler, and they just had Luke Harper be a temporary guy for him to pass. Luke Harper has had a terrible month, so it really does not make sense for him to be Intercontinental Champion. I think in the long term, Luke Harper is going to be the better prospect. Eric Rowan has had a better month. I can certainly admit that. But based on their performances of this night, we'll talk more about Eric Rowan later. But you're saying this wasn't that great. I don't think it was like a 5-star classic, but I think it was a sign of these guys going out there and wanting to bust their ass. I was talking about the whole guys being hungry and wanting to go out there and steal the show. This is the only match I got that impression with. This is the only match that I feel like these guys watched Takeover and were like, holy crap, we have to top that. And we have to do everything we can to try to top that. So I liked it just for that. These guys went out there, they really fucked themselves up. I don't think I've seen people come out looking that rough after a ladder match since those big TLC matches back in the day with
Maybe
the multiple tag teams.
maybe Jericho and HBK.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that Jericho HBK one. Yeah, ladder matches and Hell in a Cell matches for that matter too have all been really wussy lately.
Ugh.
But this reminded me of the ladder matches of old. I liked it.
What about you, Drew? What did you think about this segment?
I thought it was a good match for the most part. Like Peyton said, it was very hardcore for the most part, and like something that I totally did not expect going into it, because like you said, most of the ladder matches of recent have been, kind of simple, not really brutal. This match was fucking brutal. Like Luke Harper diving through the ropes onto a fucking ladder. Looking back on it, that's something really fucking stupid that he did, and I thought he
Hmm.
and the way that he was holding his arm, I actually thought that he actually hurt himself, and they were going to continue the match. regardless. But Dolph Ziggler putting ketchup on his head is always nice to see.
Inside joke.
Yeah, but yeah, actually, that was a really good match. It had some really good spots. It's if there was ever to be a ladder match in real life, I think this would be it. Really brutal and to the point.
You mean like a non-kayfabe kind of sense?
Yes.
Like two guys arguing in a brawl and like, all right, let's take this outside. Let's bring the ladder.
I would
Let's
love
go.
to see that, like in a bar. Like two guys are just like,
Alright,
"I'll
guys.
kick your ass. I'll kick your ass." Oh yeah, well let's see who can climb up to the top of the ladder first.
Hang on. Okay. Let's break kayfabe for a few seconds here, if we may. So, how about this? Okay. Are you listening?
We're
Okay.
fucking waiting.
So, anyways, if they put these guys in a match, okay, you guys, this is legitimate. Fucking go kill each other with these ladders. I think that's what they would do in real life. It was probably the most realistic ladder match they've had in a long time. So, I'll give them props where props is due for that. I'll give them a thumbs up.
I'm just picturing that scene from Fight Club. So like, I want you to hit me in the face. It's like I want you to stop me from climbing the ladder. Oh man. All right. Real ladder match. Something's striking me funny about this. All right, well, we're gonna take a little break so I can get my giggle fit out, and we're gonna move on with The Miz and Damian Sandow against the Usos in the next part.